Hey, we got lots of great questions that are coming in, and we don't have time on the programs to always deal with them on the air, so here I am answering today's question. Today's question is specifically about the soul and the spirit. And the way that the question is worded is this, that when you die, if the soul is made up of the spirit and the body, then where does the soul go when we die? If the spirit returns to God and the body goes in the ground, then where does the soul go? The way that that question is worded, I think, depicts a different view than I have regarding what the soul is. I know there are people that teach that we're three parts and that there's two invisible parts, the soul and the spirit, and I don't adhere to that view. I adhere to the view that we are two parts, that we are spirit, that's who we really are, the software, as I like to say, and we live in the body, that's the hardware, dirt of the ground. God breathes in the breath of life. That word is spirit, right, in Hebrew, as its equivalent is in Greek. And when those two are joined, then God describes that animated body as a living soul. So I'm not saying by that this is a third element. A lot of people have that view, but I don't. So I don't think the soul goes anywhere, because I don't think the soul is a thing. I think the soul is a description of an animated body. And in that sense, hopefully that's clear, that I'm saying that you are your spirit, that's who you are, and that animates your body, that's the body you live in, and because it's so conjoined, it's so, enmeshed, as I like to say, that we don't really know life without our bodies, at least now, but we will be disembodied at one point when the spirit leaves the body. That's how the Bible defines death. And at that point, you cease to be a living soul. It's not that the soul goes somewhere, as the question was worded. And I get it because of the quotation from Genesis, and yet I'm trying to say that what you're seeing in that passage is a description. You've got a body made out of the ground, you have spirit placed into that body, it's animated, now we have a soul. So I hope that makes it clear. By that I mean a soul. It's a description of an animated body. It's not a separate thing, a component. Though some people teach that. That's just not my view. I believe we're two parts. Actually, we are a spirit that dwells in a body. That may be oversimplistic, but the soul is the description of the spirit dwelling in the body. And the day that it ceases to dwell in the body, that's the description of death. That means death. And then you cease to be a living soul. It doesn't mean you cease to exist. It just means you're no longer a spirit inhabiting a body. All right. I feel like I might have made that a little more confusing, but hopefully you got a little clarity out of that question. So send your questions to us, and we'll continue to do our best to answer them either on the programs or through the car questions.